Thank you guys for tuning into my channel. This is Healing with JoJo 777, and I am JoJo, and I'm back to give you guys another video. I pray that you guys are staying blessed at this time. I pray that you guys are staying protected at this time. I pray that you guys are staying at peace at this time, protecting your peace at this time. All right. So to all of my new sisters, and I'm sorry, I got a cough drop in my mouth because I'm going through some things. Okay, so y'all just bear with me. This is so ghetto, but just whatever. Okay. It's helping me breathe through my nose, so I don't sound all stopped up. But Spirit had put a message on me this morning, and I really wanted to get it out to you guys. Like, when I tell y'all, I've been battling trying to get this message out. Okay, so I got my handy dandy notebook right here for me. Okay, I got some things written down, and I really just want to kind of talk to you guys about them. So, to all of my new subscribers, thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel. I'm so thankful and happy to have you guys here. To all of my existing subscribers, thank you guys so much for following me and supporting me and, you know, taking the time out of your all's day to watch the videos that I do put out here. All right. I pray that the messages that I am putting out here is helping you guys in some type of way. I pray that it's empowering you guys. I pray that it's encouraging you guys to be your best version of yourself. I pray that it's giving you guys, you know, raising your all self-esteem. Those of you guys who's going through self-esteem issues. All right. Notice I said self-esteem. Today's video is going to be about self-esteem. All right. So listen, I'm going to just go towards like on a background aspect, because when it comes to self-esteem, there are so many things that take part in your self-esteem. All right. For some of you guys, this is like self-esteem is for some of you guys can be struggling with self-esteem issues because of your upbringing as a child. Okay. Now listen, I'm just going to tell y'all, this subject may be very touchy for some. For some of y'all, this is going to be very touchy. All right. I'm just going to put that out there. It is. I'm not judging anyone. I'm not trying to trigger your childhood trauma. I'm not trying to trigger you in no shape, way, form, or anything like that. But I do want to talk about something. All right. I know that narcissist, that word is thrown at her so much, right? The word narcissist is thrown at her so much. But I want to say, because I see it all the time, a lot of people are really growing up as grown adults dealing with self-esteem issues because they were raised in a narcissistic home. Okay. Some of you guys had narcissistic parents raising you guys, and you guys dealt with narcissism in the home, and it caused you to have this low self-esteem as a grown adult. Okay. Growing up as an adult, you deal with self-esteem issues. Okay. Some of you guys, it's like you feel like you're not good enough. You can't be good enough. You'll never be able to, because this is what you've always been told. All right. It's like some of you guys dealt with parents, you know, that, and I just want to say, like, this is like a generational curse. Okay. Just being transparent with y'all. This is given generational curse. All right. So this could be something that happened when your parent was a child. They dealt with the same thing. And then here you are as a child, you're dealing with the same thing. And then, you know, some people, they have kids and then they put that child through the same exact thing. I'm just here to help somebody in that cycle. Stop that cycle. Okay. We are breaking generational curses, just period. All right. Standing on big business. Standing on big business. All right. So, and I'm not saying this is for everybody, but like, that's really what, like, I'm noticing the people that I come across, it's like a lot of them, and they talk about their problems, it's like a lot of them are dealing with that trauma as a child, you know, like they don't believe in themselves because they've never had anyone to speak life into them. They never had anyone to tell them, you got this, you can do this. You know, I love you. You're beautiful. You deserve the best. You deserve nothing but the best. You know, don't accept the bare minimum. You're worth more than that. No, like some people didn't have that growing up. Some people didn't have anyone letting them know or feeding that life into them or speaking that life into them, letting them know that, hey, look, you've got this. You've got this. Don't let nobody bring you down. You know, there used to be this saying back when I was a kid. Okay, it was like sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt you. Okay, so y'all done heard that before, right? So it's like the thing is that those people who have went through being raised in a narcissistic home or upbringing, it's like they grow up as grown adults if they never healed from it, okay? They grow up as grown adults and they attract predators, okay? Now listen, I'm gonna call it a predator because that's exactly what it is. When you have a low self-esteem, you're attracted to people in power. You're attracted to, people that are successful. You are attracted to people with confidence. That's what you're attracted to. And it's like you attract these kind of people first and foremost. Okay, a person that is very confident, you think that when they see someone that has low self-esteem that they don't acknowledge that they can't see it. It's like literally written across your fucking forehead. Like, this person has low self-esteem. All right? So it's like, you got to know that when you are dealing with predators, all right? When you're dealing with predators, they know, okay? They're going to manipulate you because they already see that you're weak. Okay, like I said, I'm not judging anyone. This video is not intended to bring anyone down. This video is meant to empower you, but I'm just talking about some things right now, okay? We just talking about, we're just getting the foundation out here, okay? Then we're going to get into it. But it's like, if you have low self-esteem, I'm here to tell you guys, do not date. Just period. If you got low self-esteem, you need to heal, all right? If you have low self-esteem, you need to heal, okay? Healing is going to be so important for you if you have a low self-esteem, only because you are going to attract. Well, you know what? I'm not even going to say that because I hate hearing it and I hear it so much, okay? It's not that you are what you attract. That's not true. That's not true at all. You are what you accept, okay? So, because the thing is, in life, we're going to attract all type of different people from all different walks of life, but it is what you accept. It is what you accept, okay? So, the thing is that if you've dealt with childhood trauma, emotional neglect, okay, you're dealing with, you could have dealt with abandonment, okay, like your mom wasn't in your life, your dad wasn't in your life, they left you at 6 years old, or whatever the case may be, all right? People just doing nothing but bringing you down, telling you you'll never be worth this, you'll never be able to do this, you can't do that, and then you're ugly, you're stupid, you're dumb, you whatever, okay? Abuse, all right? That creates a low self-esteem, okay? You keep hearing it over and over and over. You're going to eventually start thinking that that's what you are because it's all you ever heard. This is why it's important to surround yourself with people who genuinely love you, who genuinely care for you, who speaks life into you, okay? That is so important. All right. So if you know you have if you know you deal with having a low self-esteem, and don't get me wrong, everyone has insecurities. There's not a person on the face of this earth that can sit here and tell you that they don't have an insecurity. If they tell you that, they line up their fucking teeth. Just period. Okay. They ain't keeping it $1.50. They just not, because everybody deals with insecurities. I don't care. Okay. Even Beyonce got insecurities, y'all. I'm just telling y'all, we're all human. So the thing is that if you have a low self-esteem, it's important to heal and not just jump into relationships, because when you get to jumping into a relationship, when you have a low self-esteem, you're going to do nothing but accept the bare minimum. You're going to accept the bare minimum because that's all you've ever had. That's all you've ever been given. That's all you've ever dealt with. That's all you've ever accepted. So you're going to deal with people that's going to take advantage of you. You're going to deal with people that's going to manipulate you. You're going to deal with people that's going to hurt you, deceive you. Okay? Like, just being real with y'all. Like, that's the type of people you are going to attract, predators. Because they're going to prey on you in your self-esteem issues. All your insecurities. They're going to prey on you and they're going to use you and it's going to destroy you. So, like, you think you already hurting. It's going to hurt you even more. It's going to hurt you even more if you go out here and you go dating and you have this low self-esteem, all right? You have to learn that confidence is everything. I'm going to tell you something. Because one thing about having a low self-esteem, it's going to sabotage and undermine anything, any goal you've ever had. I don't care how hard you work. I don't care what efforts you're putting into it. If you have a low self-esteem, you're not going to be able to be the best version of yourself. You have to heal through that. You got to heal through it. You know, you got to heal through it. And I'm telling y'all, like, it's hard. It's hard, especially if that's all you've ever dealt with, especially those who grew up in that narcissistic home. I'm telling you, when your own parents, the ones you came from, tell you you ain't never gonna be shit, you ain't gonna be shit, you can't do shit, you stupid, you dumb, oh, you bitch, hoe, all of that shit, you gotta rewire your brain, rewire your whole thought process. Everything that's ever been told to you, everything that everybody's ever told you, you can't, you won't, it ain't possible, rewire it. Rewire it. Okay? I'm just being real with y'all, because the thing is that as a child, if that's all you're hearing as a child, that's all you're used to, is how you'll never be able to do this. You'll never be able to, you'll never. You didn't have anyone to speak life into you. Guess what? Heal it. Heal it, acknowledge it, heal it, set those boundaries so that you no longer accept that, okay? So the thing is that when you go into healing it, okay, there's different ways to heal this, okay? There's so many different ways that you can heal this, all right? So for some of you guys can go into therapy, all right? Some of you guys, I would highly recommend, those of you guys who can do therapy, get you some therapy. All right, because when we get to talking about low self-esteem, this is something that's going to affect you in every part of your life, from your job. Because if you got low self-esteem, guess what? You're not going to demand to get paid what you deserve to be getting paid. If you got low self-esteem, friends, you're going to let your friends walk all over you and use you. If you in a relationship, they're going to do the same shit. You know what I'm saying? You're never going to be able to truly value yourself if you have a low self-esteem. So this is why it's important for those of you guys who can do therapy, you know, because therapy isn't for everybody, and I fully understand that. And take it from me, I'm one of those type of people. I tried therapy. Therapy did not work for me. But that doesn't mean it doesn't work for everybody. You know, to each his own. Different strokes for different folks. All right? I'll tell you what. For me personally, what helped me personally, I'm a reader, so I like to read a lot. So I started getting books, you know, that was specific to my own personal trauma that I dealt with. What was it that I was suffering with? What was it I was suffering from? Okay, was it neglect? Okay, was it abuse? Was it trauma? Was it addictions? What was it? Okay, anything that is specific to your hurt is what you guys need to be reading about. Okay, just for those of you guys who aren't able to do, you know, therapy. But, and you know, affirmations, you know, affirmations is very important, but I'll tell you what about those affirmations, okay? Because people are quick to say, oh, just do positive affirmations, this, that, and the other. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, scoop-de-scoop-de-scoop. I'm gonna tell y'all something, you get to doing those affirmations, you better make sure you believe in what it is you're talking about, because you got to be able to believe it in order to be able to affirm something. You can't declare or affirm something on your life and you don't believe in it. You have to believe and hear what it is that you're trying to affirm, okay? So if you're going to do positive affirmations and stuff of that nature, make sure that you believe in what it is that you're saying to yourself. What is it that you're telling yourself? Every morning you wake up in that mirror, I'm going to tell you something. And I'm kind of getting off topic a little bit, but I'm going to tell y'all something. Mary J. Blige. All right? Some of y'all may be Mary J. Blige fans. Some of y'all might not be. But I'm going to tell y'all what. Mary J. Blige healed me, honey. Listen. Sis healed me, okay? Like, when I felt like I wasn't beautiful, when I felt like I couldn't, when I felt like I didn't deserve, when I felt like, hey, so many songs, from Good Morning Gorgeous to that one song, Not Gonna Cry. I ain't gonna shed no tears. No, I'm not gonna cry. You're not worth my tears. Okay, like, we can go down the line. Like, but Mary, for some of you guys who are music lovers, okay, Mary J. Blige, straight up. Hey, sis been healing since the 90s. Tap in. You know, like, but, you know, whatever. Whoever y'all resonate with y'all's music genre, whatever, you know, but I'm just telling y'all what worked for me, okay? And I know what works for me ain't gonna work for everybody. But it's different ways of being able to heal it. But the thing is that when you going into healing something, you got to acknowledge the problem. What was the problem? What was the issue? Like, what took place? When you acknowledge what it is that took place, no, acknowledge what's bothering you, okay? What took place? How did it make you feel? How did it make you feel? How did it affect you? You got to break it down. You got to dissect that whole thing. Okay, because it's like a person go get shot. You can't just put a fucking Band-Aid over a bullet wound. You got to surgically remove that. You got to take that bullet out and you got to stitch it back up. You got to get surgery. Same thing when it comes to trauma. Same thing when it comes to that self-esteem. You need to acknowledge what happened. What's the foundation of this low self-esteem? What took place? Start all the way from the bike. Start all the way from the bottom. Start from the bottom. What happened as a child? Start there. What all took place leading up to your adult years, and you're still allowing, this low self-esteem to control your life, to hinder you. Because when you don't believe in yourself, how could you expect anybody else to believe in you? You can't expect someone else. That's like, you can't expect someone else to love you more than you love yourself. You gotta give it to you, because you deserve that. You deserve that. You give it to you first. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like going back to the bullet wound. Okay, so when you go to self-esteem and traumas and stuff of that nature, it's the same exact thing. You can't just slap a Band-Aid over it. You can't just, okay, it's happened, I'm going to just get over it. Okay, it's happened, I'm just going to ignore it, I'm just going to get over it. And keep brushing it under the rug and brushing it under the rug and brushing it under the rug, because I'm going to tell you, everyone has a breaking point. Okay, eventually, you're going to crack. Eventually, that pain going to start bleeding on the people. Eventually, you're going to start being toxic. Those traits are going to start coming out. And you're going to start causing pain, because guess what? Hurt people hurt people. So that's why it's important to heal before you start getting into relationships. And like, don't get me wrong. Like, some people, like, I get it. Some people, everybody needs love. Everybody needs love. I understand it. I get it. But listen. Love yourself first. Love yourself first. You can't expect you can't expect someone to love you if you don't love you. You can't expect somebody to treat you right if you don't treat you right. This is why healing is so important before you go in building relationships with other people, because what that's going to do is you guys are going to end up trauma bonding and creating a whole other level of bullshit. You can't do that. Hurt people hurt people. Heal before you get to going into relationships, causing more trauma and pain onto someone else, or allowing them to do it to you. Because what will end up happening is you guys will end up mirroring each other, and then y'all projecting this pain and this hurt that neither one of y'all ever dealt with onto each other. And it's like, a relationship is supposed to be about love, building. But how can you build if all y'all doing is breaking each other down? You're not going to be able to. So you got to heal through that trauma. So like, when you going into back to the Band-Aid, because I keep jumping off, y'all, but I just got so much shit to say. It's like putting a Band-Aid over a bullet wound. Okay, trauma, brushing that shit under the rug is it's the same thing as putting the Band-Aid over the bullet wound. Listen, you have to dissect that, figure out what happened, and get spiritual with it. Become spiritual with it. Heal. You have to heal. Heal. How did it affect you? You cannot move out here in the real world being the best version of yourself when you have not done that healing. You cannot. As much as you try, as much as you want to do it, I'm telling you, you have to heal. You have to heal you first. Heal you. Okay? You got to. Because, and going back to that, like, I'm going to tell y'all something, and not to bring all this music and stuff in it, but like Lauryn Hill told us years ago, how you going to win when you ain't right within? Come again. Come again. Yeah. You can't, because you can't. You cannot win if you're not right within. You just can't. So you can't be out here trying to be the best version of yourself if you're not right within, if you ain't did that healing. That's all Lauren was trying to tell us. We got to do that healing. We got to be right here before we can go out here and exert positive energy and love and wish, the best for everybody and be light workers and healers out here. You got to be right within yourself. You can't go out here and love somebody and expect yourself to be a husband or a wife if you ain't did that healing. it's going to be a toxic ass marriage. So that's why it's very important to heal, okay? Heal. Because if you got low self-esteem, guess what? You're going to attract predators. You're going to end up having a relationship that's built upon a whole bunch of codependency, okay? And codependency is not healthy. Too much of anything is not good for anybody. So if you go into a relationship being healed, okay? If you go into the relationship being healed from that childhood trauma, from that low self-esteem, guess what? You already built yourself up. You're already built up in her. So even if you are dealing with someone, in a relationship, and you notice that you've come across someone that may be a little damaged and they got low self-esteem issues or this, that, and the other, guess what? Build them up. Speak a life into them. Make them a believer. Okay? Like, love them, and when you love unconditionally. See, you can love unconditionally if you're not vibrating from a low self-esteem. You can love unconditionally when you done healed that trauma, when you done tapped in. You can love unconditionally when you have done that. But until you have done that, don't you go out here create more trauma, drama, and chaos for the next person, because you bleeding that pain that somebody else created and put on you into the next relationship. And now you over here looking like bag lady carrying all these bags of burdens, and you projecting it onto the next person. You just spread more toxicity, So we really just gotta really heal, Those of you guys who are suffering with these low self-esteem issues, just my advice to you guys, don't date until you have healed that within you. That way you could judge a spirit by a spirit. You can use your own discernment to know if an individual is really just feeding you bullshit. And listen, you can bullshit with whoever you want to bullshit, but you can't bullshit a bullshitter. You can't. So if you done already dealt with this in the past, this manipulation in the past, and you done already healed with that, you've healed from all of that. The red flags is the red flags. You gonna spot that shit dead on. And listen, baby, no bad feelings, peace, love, and light to you, but I can't do that. Because like I said, you're not what you attract. You are what you allow, what you accept. Because like I said, we are going to attract all walks of life, all type of different people. But that don't mean you got to accept it. Sis, bro, that don't mean you got to accept that shit. No, you don't. No, you don't. So it's like when you heal, when you've done the healing, set boundaries. Set boundaries. Stand on it. Because when you set those boundaries, pay attention to the red flags. Because guess what? When somebody else comes into your life trying to do that same goofy ass shit, got to stay right there. Got to keep your ass right the fuck there. Don't let people bleed their trauma onto you. So that's why it's so important to heal before you get into these relationships, y'all. All right? But listen, I got to go get my daughter. I'm going to come to y'all a little bit later with another video, because I got something else I want to talk about too. As I'm sitting here talking to y'all about this, something else that crossed my mind, but I don't want to get onto a whole other topic. And, so listen, don't be naive. Don't be weak-minded, okay, to people's manipulation. We are breaking generational curses. We are not about to allow nobody to bleed their trauma onto us. No, we're not. We're not going to accept that. We're not going to bleed our trauma onto nobody else either. We're going to heal. We're going to get right within so we can win, like Lauryn Hill said. We're going to get right within so we can win, okay? But I just wanted to give you guys this message because this was really on my heart this morning. This is what Spirit put on my heart this morning, so this is what I wanted to share with you guys. But I pray that this message helps someone. I pray that this, gives you guys motivation to do that healing. Do that shadow work. Tap on in. Don't be scared. Don't be scared, because you gotta face that mirror. Michael Jackson told us, the man in the mirror. Hey, if you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make that change. All right? So y'all know Spirit be speaking to me through music. Okay, I really listen. Okay, I listen with the purpose. I listen with that urge to really hurt. Okay? But listen, y'all gotta do the same thing. But I wanted to give you guys this message. I pray that this helps. So once again, to all my new subscribers, thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel. I'm so happy to have you guys here. To all of my, well, to all of y'all who have watched this video or watched any of my videos and, you know, you guys haven't subscribed yet, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you guys here. We are healing. We are chilling. We are vibing. Okay, this is a non-judgment zone, all right? But I love you guys. Y'all really take what I said in this video and really take that shit to heart, because, like, dead the fuck ass. Like, for real. Like, shit ain't a game out here. Motherfuckers out here bleeding on people that don't deserve to be bled on. You know, some people really out here fucking up good people because they pouring their toxicity onto them and the shit ain't right. So it's like, we gotta heal. We gotta get right within. All right? But I love y'all. I pray that this helps, and I'll see y'all next time. Y'all take care.